about the people of Long Island. 24 hours every day. News from Breakneck to Montauk. News 12, Long Island.
Hello, everybody. I'm Carol Silva. It's a Thursday. It's May 26th, and history was made this morning, Long Island. 2 decades of history coming to an end, in fact. Overnight, Lilco agreed they're giving up the Shoreham nuclear power plant. Now, pending ratification by some state officials and Lilco's going to hand Shoreham over to the state. Then the nuclear power plant is going to be denuclearized. And we have another breaking story for you. It's out. The flames, they're over. The propane truck, that on the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway. News 12's Carolyn Gussoff is standing by now with more. Carolyn, does it look like the whole thing is over?
Well, Carol, it certainly would appear that as if this 2-day waiting game is now over. Police have now confirmed that the fuel has been exhausted. In layman's terms, that means that the propane tank is empty. Now, we saw the flames go out shortly after 6 this morning. At about 6:28, the hoses were turned off, and now police are telling us that the crisis may be over. They're not completely confirming that. They're not telling evacuees to go back to their houses yet. They're still checking it over, but they say that indeed this crisis may be over. They say that they know that the tank is empty from a visual examination. They don't hear any leakage anymore. They don't see it they don't see the flames any longer, and it does appear as if the tank is empty. Now, all along, police were telling us that the vapors in the truck are the most dangerous part of this. They're the potentially most explosive element, and therefore we don't really understand right now why the danger would be over, because the tank would still be filled with vapors. But police are telling us that the danger might have passed, and it sure looks that way, especially if you can see the scene right now. Cars have been pulling up over the past 20 minutes. It's been a lot more casual at the scene. The hoses have been turned off. Firefighters are beginning to reel up the hoses and take them away. And we're hearing that firefighters are shutting down all operations. As I said, they're moving their hoses. Cars have been approaching, taking pictures, perhaps to record the cleanup effort. And firefighters have been instructed to begin that cleanup effort. It does not appear as if this has ended because of any capping effort by police or firefighters. It looks like it just burned out naturally, and perhaps this is the end. Carol, Roger.
Carolyn, you know what I'm wondering? Whether the fumes themselves would burn. If the fire stopped, I wonder if that means the fumes themselves have also burned out.
Well, that's apparently what they're saying. It's no longer leaking. They were afraid that even if the fire had gone out, there could still be a potentially explosive situation around the truck from all the fumes that had seeped out. But because they no longer hear any seepage, whatever is contained in the truck is inside of it, and any vapors are contained. They're not seeping out, so there's no longer a danger around the truck. That's at least what they've been telling us right now.
All right, Carolyn Gussoff, thanks very much. So just recapping for you, then the flames are out. The flames went out less than an hour ago, and authorities on the scene of the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway say they think that just all the propane gas, 2,500 gallons of it, and the fumes perhaps have all burned out. They're starting the cleanup. But still, travel is affected this morning because the Long Island Railroad trestle that passes right over there on the Seaford Oyster Bay still has to be inspected. So we're going to tell you what's happening with the trains, how your morning rush is being affected.